Hey guys, I hope that you're having a great day. I am also just going to put a quick disclaimer in here that there is definitely a building noise happening. It's coming from our skylight that we have in our bedroom, and I've realized since living in the new apartment that there are always people building and there's always building noise, which is hard when you work from home. But anyway, we're gonna just work through it. It's fine. And I already put on makeup, so I was like, I'm not gonna postpone filming this because there's building noise. We're just gonna have to live with it. So today I'm chatting about my current lifestyle favorites. So these are things like fashion, books, TV, podcasts. I have a body favorite as well because I forgot to put that in my beauty favorites, but it's a good one, so you guys are gonna want to hear about it. So I'm gonna start with TV series and podcasts because I have a lot in those two departments, because we've kind of been having a lot of nights just at home chilling, enjoying our new space, and not really wanting to do a lot of stuff that takes a lot of money, just because we're wanting to live with less. So we've done a lot of stuff that doesn't need a lot of money, like picnics and drives and watching series at home, swimming, tanning, all that kind of stuff. So let's just get back into the TV series. I feel like I've gotten very distracted. The first one on the list is The Haunted Hill House. I'm not into watching horror movies or series. It's just not really my vibe. And it's not because I get overly scared. It's just I don't find that I'm excited to watch it. But this is an exception to the rule. I really like the series. And initially when someone told me to watch it, I was like, I don't know, it's not really my vibe. I'm not really keen. And then she encouraged me. She was like, no, there's more behind it. The behind the scenes stuff is better. The drama behind each character is worth watching for. So if you're not into horror TV series or movies, then this is an exception. It was an exception for me and for Sean. We're not into that kind of stuff. But I really like this for the characters in the series and the life behind them and the drama side of things, rather than the scary things that popped up randomly. We did basically crap ourselves at a couple of times. I think it was maybe 5 times we were just a bit holy crap. Siri, go away. What the hell? Sorry about that. Siri just decided to push her way into this video. Anyway, so the thing that I really enjoyed about The Haunted Hill House was the characters, the drama behind it, kind of piecing things together and figuring out how the family works. It's definitely worth watching. Okay, so that is on Netflix. If you have Netflix, you can watch that. It was really good. I think it's a British TV series, and I heard a lot of UK YouTubers and bloggers talking about it, and it's great. It's a really short series. I think it has 10 episodes in the season, and it's just one season, but it's worth watching. Go away, Siri. Oh my word, what is happening? Why is Siri suddenly so interested? Okay, go away now. In a more light-hearted series is The Great British Bake Off. I know I've spoken about this a lot on my channel, and it's just something that I really enjoy. I find myself getting attached to the people that are in the contest, and it's just kind of it's very different to anything else that I watch. It's very light-hearted. I like seeing the desserts and kind of being a little bit worried about who's going to get into the next round, and just genuinely caring about their journey in the series or in the season. And so I really liked Rahul, Ruby, and then the lady, I don't know what her name is, Bryony. I'm not gonna say who got through and who won, because if you haven't watched it, I want you to see it for yourself. But it's a really good season. They added in Vegan Week and something else that was new, but it was really good. So if you like anything baking, cooking related, then definitely watch it. If you want something kind of light-hearted, that's a good option. And then sticking on kind of the food category, Sean and I watched Salt, Fat, Acid and Heat. I had to read that because I can never remember the words. And it was basically an American chef kind of going around to different parts of, where was she? I can't even remember. It's worth watching. It's literally got 4 episodes, and they break down salt, fat, acid and heat, and she describes how she cooks things, and she just has so much passion and excitement, and it's not dull or boring. If you liked The Table, then you'd really like this series. And she's just really animated and fun, and she just loves food in the best way. So it's just really interesting, and it kind of got us excited about food again instead of just getting takeout, you know. So you have to kind of be excited to cook, and I feel like this did the job. Recently I've been watching Friends because I realized that I just haven't seen the end of it. I think I watched till season 4, and I just kept rewatching from season 1. I didn't ever progress to season 10, I think it is. So I've really been enjoying watching it. I watch it almost every free moment that I have. I've gotten Sean into it. He knows the characters. He actually really loves it. And if you want to, I did put up an Instagram post where I asked who your favorite series characters, not series, who your favorite Friends characters were. Put it on my Instagram. You can either go and comment on that, or you can leave me a comment down below telling me who your favorite Friends character is. Mine is Ross, and then I think Chandler, just because his humor is so dry and I just love sarcastic people. Now into podcasts. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts during the day just because being in a silent space just, oh, it's so dull. So listening to a podcast while I'm writing a blog post, while I'm editing, something like that, it just adds something, like it adds background noise, and also it's interesting. So the podcast I've been loving, the first one is The Teacher's Pet. I was so into this, like unbelievably into it. Sean was just like, you're listening to the show again. It just is so like downer, like he just sees it as a downer. I'm like, but it's so interesting. Produced by The Australian, which is I think a newspaper in Australia, and this guy, basically his name is Hedley Thomas, he investigates a murder from, I feel like it's, I don't know the time frame, but I think it's like 40 years ago or something. So they don't actually know that it's a murder. This woman went missing, and her husband is basically the only suspect, and he was never arrested, or they didn't question him properly. There's lots of just interesting things that go into it. So if you liked Serial, then this is great for you. You would absolutely love this. My second podcast favorite is Pretty Big Deal, and this is Ashley Graham's podcast. I love her. I think because she was the first sort of plus size person that I started following on Instagram, that I found that was like, oh my gosh, this is interesting, she's beautiful, like she's talking about things that interest me, and it's not just, you know, how to cover up your curves or whatever. She was embracing them, and she was a really beautiful plus size model that I just looked up to, and I still do look up to. So her podcast is amazing. I really enjoy it. She has a couple of really cool women on. So she started out with Kim Kardashian, she's had Amy Schumer, she had Noor something, I don't know the lady's surname. She's had a couple of really cool influential females. So if you're wanting something good to listen to, then Pretty Big Deal is great. I always feel like very empowered and educated after I finish, because she talks about real life issues, body image, politics, even religion, like the kind of topics that you don't often talk about, she talks about in the show, and I really like it. It's also kind of lightweight but also serious, and you feel like you've learned something. So that's a great one to listen to in the background if you're driving to work, or just when you're in your car generally you don't want to listen to music. That's a great one. So this series of books that I've been reading are by Lucinda Riley, and I'm currently on the Pearl Sisters. I don't think they have a name for the series. I think it's the Seven Sisters series, but this is the 4th book in the series, and I really enjoy these books. They're quite thick and hefty. I think I bought the first one when I went to America, and I only read it on my way back. But I really enjoyed it, and basically with each book it's about each sister. So there's 6 sisters, not 7, and their father dies. Their father's really wealthy, and they were each adopted from different parts of the world, and when he dies he leaves coordinates for where they were born, or like someone who they're connected to from their past, or like a relative of theirs. And this one is about the 4th sister. Exactly, 4th sister, and it speaks about her as a person, and then also takes you back to one of her relatives. Her relative was from 1906, so it's really cool to get that kind of like period interesting piece in the book, and then also to have present day stuff. So I really enjoy these. I'm more than halfway. I'm over here. Where am I? I'm over here. So I kind of just read this when I'm tanning and chilling by the pool, any spare moment when I'm not watching series, when I feel like I just don't want to have something bombarding me, then I'll read, and I really enjoy this book. It does always bring me back. I find that if I read something kind of meh, then I'm not really interested in actually picking up the book. So jumping off of the swimming and tanning mention with the book, I've been doing a lot of that recently, just lying outside by the pool, because our new apartment has a pool and a braai area, so there's space for us to kind of tan and swim and chill during the day. So on the weekends when it's really hot, I will literally just chill by the pool with some water, my book, and dip in and then lie out and read my book. It's just a really great weekend, to be honest. I enjoy just doing nothing, and I want my skin to still be hydrated, and I also want to retain the tan. So I've been using this a lot, and also I feel like my skin has gotten a lot smoother, like, you know, the rough elbow patches. And also, I've spoken about this before, I get these bumps at the back of my legs. I don't know if it's from shaving or what it is, but I get those a lot. And also my skin is just generally scaly. I could be a reptile, I'm not even kidding. I saw my mom yesterday, and she even mentioned that I look less scaly, which is amazing because she knows that my sister and I have super scaly skin, and it's basically all down to this product. This is new from Bio Oil, and it's the first new product that they've brought out in I think 20 years. This is the dry skin gel. I have the 200 ml here, and it basically is It's kind of like, it's got a Vaseline kind of texture, but it does actually sink into your skin really nicely. It does leave a little bit of a film afterwards. I like the color of this. It's kind of pink, looks more see-through and transparent when you actually apply it and take it out of the container. But my skin looks super hydrated. It actually has a little bit of a glow to it, and I have just loved the stuff. I feel like the texture of my skin overall is a lot better, and it's definitely worth picking up. I'm not sure on the price point. I'm not sure if it's, I know it's in stores, but someone did mention to me recently they haven't been able to find it, so I will leave stockists down below so that you guys can go and see where you can get it. But I'm pretty sure it's in like normal Pick and Pay, Dis-Chem, Clicks, any stores that stock any bio oil stuff. I don't know, but my skin just looks great. I don't know if you can see that. My skin never looks glowy. It just looks dry a lot of the time because my skin just soaks up any moisture that it gets. So yeah, this has been great for summer. And then my last category is fashion favorites. You guys must have known that this green dress was going to be in my kind of lifestyle favorites. I've been wearing this a ton on Instagram. I'll put up some images over here so you guys can see how I've worn it, how I've styled it. I really love this dress. It's just the perfect kind of style for my body. It just fits in all the right places. It's loose where I want it to be. It's a wonderful dress. It's from New Look. It's sold out, I'm sorry, and I got it on Superbless, but it's a beautiful addition to my wardrobe. It's just such a great dress. It's kind of like a wrap style dress, shows a little bit of boob, cinches in the waist, and it's comfy. It doesn't make me sweaty in summer, and I've been wearing this a ton over the last little while. And then another New Look dress that is unfortunately sold out, but I still think it's worth showing you guys because you've seen it on my Instagram. I get a lot of questions. This is again from New Look, and it's a little white strappy summer dress, again a midi dress. I mentioned this in my midi dress haul styling video. I really like this. Again, I got it on Superbless and it is sold out, which is annoying as all hell, but I know that a lot of other brands are bringing out dresses very similar to this, so you can get something similar if you want it. And then because I've been wearing a lot of costumes, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would see my body positivity, my body all over Instagram basically. I'm getting a lot more used to actually sharing pictures of my body. I think because years and years of having to hide it and feeling like I shouldn't show those parts of my body to the world, it's still really weird to post a photo and get positive feedback and get people saying like, oh my gosh, it's encouraged me to post photos of myself or to wear a bikini or whatever it is. I love every single one of those comments. If you guys have DM'd me or left a comment on my Instagram encouraging me and saying how you've been encouraged, then I really do appreciate it. I've gotten very sidetracked, but all I'm talking about is these bikinis that I've gotten from Cotton On. So they're basically like a two-piece, so it's got the bottom and then a bandeau or boob tube top. That's what I would call it, a boob tube top. And I got these a little while ago. I've been wearing them non-stop. So that one's from Cotton On and this one is. And this one has more of a rib texture, which I feel like is quite forgiving. And I'll leave all the prices and stuff down below, and I will leave links where you can get them. A lot of these aren't available online, but you can try and get them in store. So I got both of these in larges and they fit perfectly. They're amazing for summer. They cover all the bits that I feel like I'm still a little bit insecure about and I don't really want to show, but it also allows me to enjoy summer and not feel like I need to hide behind like layers and shorts and all those things. So if you want to get some costumes, check those out. I've been loving those. And then another favorite is this, which unfortunately I got not in America, but I bought it on Amazon, and it's an amazing purchase. It's this you can't really see it, but I'll insert a picture of me wearing it. It's this kind of black jumpsuit, and it's more of like a linen-y material, so it's quite stiff at the moment because I've just worn it once, and it's just got pockets in the front, and then the back pockets are fake pockets, which is kind of annoying. And I got this in a size extra large because I wanted it to be, sorry I'm picking off the fluff, I wanted it to be super roomy and just kind of like a chilled summer outfit that I could dress up with heels or just wear with sneakers or sandals or whatever. It's just a perfect kind of lightweight summer piece to wear with t-shirts, and just basically t-shirts in summer when I'm hot and I don't want to worry about what I'm wearing. That jumpsuit is going to come in handy. I will leave a link to the seller because they ship to South Africa, so you can actually get it here, but I did pay quite a lot for the shipping, but I got some money from my sister for my birthday, so it feels fine. And then my last fashion item is these Cotton On 90s high stretch jeans. I really like these. I have these in a size 14. They're wonderful. The length is perfect on me. The fit is great. I'll pop some pictures on the screen so that you guys can see how I wear it, what it looks like on my body, all that kind of stuff. So I've had a lot of questions on my Instagram on where to buy high-waisted jeans that kind of fit someone with curves and with like a normal average size body. And I will be doing a series on jeans in the future. So I'm looking and sourcing jeans from different places so that I can show you what the different fits are like. I just want to do a kind of series on maybe like size 14 jeans and get them from different stores and show you what the different fits are like. It's not about the label at all, because I could get a size 14 from Woolworths and a size 14 from Mr. Price and then be completely different. So yeah, let me know if you want to see a video like that or a series like that, and I can do that for you guys. That is it for me. Subscribe if you're not. Check out my Instagram. There's lots of body positivity, fashion stuff, life stuff, all of those things. So check that out. And also I've got a really cool competition coming up with Superbless. I have lots of really cool content on Instagram. Go and check it out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Remember to subscribe. Bye.